Good morning. This is Carrie Carone. I am the instructor for your Allied Health 1011 course, ALHS 1011 Structure and Function. This is an online asynchronous course. So that's probably the first thing to say is very, very important for you to know that this course does not meet at a certain time and place. It's fully online. You do not ever have to come to campus. Um, we will not have a set meeting time. However, I'm available for if you need help or just email me. That's the best way to contact me. But this is kind of going to be a self-paced, self-guided course. But I've got lots of resources that I'd like to show you and do a little orientation for you. Okay, so this when the course opens, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to open the first day of school about 8 a.m. And this is how it's set up. And if you're familiar, if you've been at Linear Tech a little bit, we're using Blackboard Ultra now. And I personally think that Blackboard Ultra is a little clearer, a little nicer to use. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this in student preview so you see, so I'm looking at what you see. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to your orientation. Okay, we will have Remind 101 set up, and I will do my best to send you little reminders, things are due, and kind of little check on you kind of things, messages that way. Here is our syllabus. Okay, and you're going to want to read the syllabus thoroughly. It's a 5-credit course. This is my email address right here on the syllabus. I'm a registered nurse, by the way. And I will answer emails within 24 hours, except on a weekend or holiday. Okay. Email is best for me because I teach at 2 different locations, so I'm not often sitting at my desk. There's the information on the textbook. You are going to need a computer with a microphone and a web camera. You're going to need to be able to navigate your computer. I'm not going to be able to help you with that. You do have access to IT help desk on the main website if you have run into trouble with that. COVID doesn't really apply to us. Here's a course description. I'll let you read that. You don't need me to read all this to you, but these are our objectives. Okay, so you're expected to read the chapters. We need you to read the chapters, especially taking a class in the format that you are. You do need to read the chapters. We have assignments for each chapter, and there is a no late work policy in the Allied Health Division, so you need to be mindful of due dates. Now, there is one test. If you miss a test, not for a bad grade, you are allowed 1 makeup. But for homework, there is no, unfortunately, there's no leniency on that. So you do need to be paying attention to the due dates. Now, on a positive note, I tend to leave my work up for weeks. So you are able to do it in advance. If you know you're having a busy week or you're going through something or you have something scheduled, you can do things in advance. We will be using Respondus, Lockdown Browser, and Monitor. The Monitor is the webcam. Now, when you're taking a test on Respondus, you're going to want to make sure you're following the guidelines. And real quick, I'll just let you know, you do need to show ID because I need to know that who is taking the test is you. And you need to do an environmental check. You need to pick up your computer and show your desktop that you don't have notes or books or another screen or your phone out. Googling the answers. Okay, you need to show that. So you're not allowed to use resources. The lockdown browser makes it so that you cannot go to different tabs on your computer to look up the answers. And when you click on a test to take it, it will take you to Lockdown Browser. Okay, there's nothing new you need to download now for that. Your entire face needs to be within the frame of the camera. So if you're taking it in bed or laying down, you can't sink down. Okay. Your entire face, I mean, you can, but you need to make sure that your entire face is shown. What else? You cannot leave. Once you start the test, you can't get up and go to the bathroom. You can't get up and move. You can get up and move around. I have no problem with that. As long as you stay within the frame of the camera, that's fine. You just can't leave the room. You can't leave the camera view. Please do not talk to anyone else in the room. It's best if no one else is in the room. So that is something very important. Please don't wear like a hat or be looking to the side or things like that. Don't try to disable the device. So make sure your lighting is good. Make sure your Wi-Fi is good. This is an online class. You need solid Wi-Fi. You need a computer that works. Otherwise, you're going to need to come to one of our campuses and take it in the library. There's no lab for this class. Late work we talked about. One makeup per the course, and that is only for a missed exam. And you need to email me and let me know that's what you decide. So our assignments are going to be 20%. Our exams are going to be 40%, and the final exam is 40%. And this is how you're graded. I'll show you the agenda in just a second. Proctored events, all that means is that we'll be proctoring using Respondus. For even the final exam, you can use Respondus. No show and withdraw. So if you decide in the first few days of class, it's usually the first 3 calendar days, that you do not want to be in this class, you can go to Banner Web and drop the class, withdraw from the class. And during the add drop period, it won't show up on your transcript. If you decide after that period, that first 3 days, then it will show up as a W, okay? And there's some information about withdraw there. Work ethics, academic integrity, the use of, you can read that about artificial intelligence. Something very important to know, if you have a documented disability, if you have a 504 or an IEP that you had in high school, I don't have any way of knowing that. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to contact the ADA coordinator at the email address given here, and they can go ahead and put those accommodations in place for you, and they let me know. And I'm happy to do whatever you need. I just need to know from that office. It needs to come from that office. Equal opportunity, we're not discriminating against anyone, but if you needed to contact Nancy Beaver, there's her information. Lanier Tech gives you a certain amount of counseling services for free, 24/7, 365. You can even access online. Here's how to log into Blackboard, the mobile app, Office 360, the Help Center. Here's our information about all of the, so for tech questions, please go to IT Help Desk. And then here's information about our library services, depending on which campus is closest for you, and some more really helpful links. So I don't read word for word the syllabus because I know you can read, and it's probably better that you read on your own. But I wanted to go over and highlight the key points. Okay. One of your first assignments will be the syllabus quiz, and that's, see how it's proctored? It's proctored on Respondus Lockdown Browser. That's a good way for us to know that you understand what you're doing with Respondus and Lockdown Browser. Kind of a low stakes test of it. It also shows me that you're alive and there and taking the class. So that's the first assignment. Your agenda, let's look at your agenda really quick. Your agenda's here. This is how it's gonna work. This is the week of, so starting on a Sunday or a Monday. And then these are the topics we're covering. And it moves pretty fast. There are 16 chapters, 15 weeks. So we're moving pretty fast. Over here are all the due dates. And then over here are the names of the assignments for the due dates. So if you wanted to, I would highly recommend printing this off, and just go down and checklist, use a checklist and put little marks when you've done things. That way you know you've done all the work. Okay. Here is our e-textbook. Okay. Oop. It's not working. I will make sure that works before class starts, but this will, student launch directly from your LMS as an instructor is not. Oh, maybe because I'm in student mode. Let me exit out of student mode. Okay, we'll make sure those kind of things, we'll have to work out the bugs for. There we go. Okay. Maybe because it knows I'm not a student. Okay, so I wanted to show you the textbook. Okay, so this is what your textbook looks like. Okay, what I like about the textbook, well, number one, it's free, and that's good. What I also like about the textbook, there's a table of contents, you can skip to pages. Let's find something good. Okay, here we go. So what you can do here, which I really like, is you can highlight, you can take notes in the columns. So you could type in your notes, you can highlight, you can put like a bookmark, like a place marker. You can also click on this and have it read to you.
Page 3.
So you could be on the treadmill or whatever you're doing, or in the car.
Define anatomy, physiology, and pathology.
Isn't that cool? So for those of you that are auditory learners, that may help. Okay. Let's go back to where we were. Okay, so that's the textbook, the ebook. LTC alert is if we have snow or the college campus is closed, but that's not really applicable to you. Here is you access to Office 365 if you don't have that, where you can get help with computer issues and Blackboard issues. So here's some links. Okay, these are just helpful things to get you started, orient you to the course. Okay. These are things about Respondus. So if it does prompt you to download Lockdown Browser, here is that. Here's a list, and I kind of went over it in general, the list of kind of rules, but you're going to want to look at that and just make sure you're doing all the right things. And I will email you, you're allowed one warning before you get a 0. Okay. I will let you know if there's a problem from that syllabus quiz. That's why it's kind of nice, because low stakes. The rest of the course is divided up into 6 modules, okay? And the exams are on the bottom. So here's module 1. So what you're going to want to do to be successful in this course is you're going to want to read the textbook. Definitely read the textbook. You can use, and these are optional for you, my lecture notes. So I have fill in the blank lecture notes. They have some diagrams on them. They're to help you. This is how my brain thinks, like in graphic organizers. They're to help you. Use them or don't use them. But if you're not doing well, one of the questions I'll ask are you using my lecture notes? It's going to kind of help you follow along and take notes. Okay. So those are the lecture notes. Then we have PowerPoints. I was going to say, where's my PowerPoints? Here's an example of one of the, technical difficulties. It's a link to the PowerPoints. Okay. And we may run into, this is new for us, Blackboard Ultra, it's new. We may run into bugs. So just please remain patient, and I'm going to unhide this from you. Ooh, I'll handle that later. For every lesson, I made a YouTube video. I really want you to be successful. I really do. So you have the PowerPoint to follow along with. You have my lecture notes. You also have a YouTube video of me teaching it. So I'm explaining the concepts.
We're going to start with
I hope you can see
chapter one on the basics.
All right. I hope you're going to get my voice stuck in your head. So there's a YouTube video of me teaching it. Okay. I'm going to test out these links and make sure they're all hopefully working before first day of class. And then for your assignments are going to be in something called McGraw-Hill Connect. All of the assignments pretty much are in McGraw-Hill Connect, and it'll go like this, and you'll see a little prompt, and it'll say launch assignment. So you have to make sure your like pop-up blockers and things are not, and I'm not in student view right now, but it should start asking you the question. Let's see what it looks like when it's in student view. Yeah, there you go. So it's 100 points. It's due on the 17th. You have 2 attempts on this one, and it's 19 questions. Okay. So that's what the assignments look like. When it comes time to take a test, you're going to go down to module exams. And there's your tests. And they'll be proctored on Respondus Lockdown Browser and Monitor. Okay. That's a quick overview of the course. A couple other little features that are nice are the calendar. So you've got right here, you've got your assignment is the basics is due on the 16th, and also the syllabus quiz the next week. So you can look at this month by month if that works for you. Okay. Announcements, I will make an announcement weekly. I usually do one big announcement, usually Thursday afternoon or Friday morning. Discussions, we're not gonna necessarily have like a discussion board, but you can, we can use this if we would like to. Groups, I haven't decided to use that. And in your grades, you'll be able to see your grades, okay? And that's a basic gist of the course. I hope you find that helpful. And like I said, we're gonna work out the kinks, work out the bugs. I'll be testing all the links, make sure that they work. And emailing me is the best way to communicate. So I look forward to having you in this class, and hopefully you are successful. And that's that.